Hey there, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. It is the middle of the week. It is the first day of school for some of us here in Texas. I have had two first days of school this week. Kids starting on Monday, kids starting on Wednesday. Different school districts for each child. And this morning, as I was doing my morning meditation stuff and was driving over to my his dad's house, my ex's house, I was just feeling so much love and so much just feel good energy, and of course from there the whole conversation that Spirit was giving me was about just allowing our love to flow. I was looking at Facebook memories. You gotta love those. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, right? Sometimes they bring up emotion from the past that we don't want to deal with in the present moment. Other times they make us go, oh wow, I was feeling the same way 10 years ago on this very same day. And that was what this morning was about. This morning I read this post that I had made 7, 8, 9 years ago, whatever it was, and it was this like spiritual guidance or something. Years ago I used to do daily spiritual guidance tips is what I shared to my followers, and I would just do these basic little quotes and tips and everything back before I really truly understand what good trustworthy marketing and messaging was about. I just shared these little tidbits and wasn't really letting anybody in, but felt like I was still sharing some valuable things. Now I take that and I turn it into a 1,500 word musing probably, but there you have it, or a conscious coffee, which is what I decided to do. Because as I was driving, I was, funny enough, I was stopping to get coffee for myself and for my ex-guy, and he was just awestruck that I was bringing him coffee. He's like, really? You're going to bring me coffee? You weren't joking about that? And I'm like, yeah, no, I was like, I'm stopping to get myself a Starbucks. I'll pick up your breve for you too. As we were walking together as a family to the school from his house, to take our son to first grade to the class and then do donuts for parents and stuff, which Rowan, the 4-year-old, absolutely loved that and everything. So the kids, they were all extremely happy. But I found myself just moving in this beautiful feeling of love and just flow with no real feeling of resistance in my physical body or in my emotional body. And then this little quote popped up from 7, 8, 9 years ago on Facebook here, with the quote of allow your love to flow. Like, this is the spiritual guidance of today. Allow your love to flow. And then I was listening to my meditation and daily meditation. It's just kind of like I have this whole list of different meditations that I bounce through and different talks that I bounce to that just kind of take me into a space where I can just kind of open and receive and channel. And I'll always do that. I have one that I do every single morning, which I just call like my morning rampage of just good thoughts and everything, which helps me just kind of clear and manifest a really positive day. And then I normally do like an educational, mind opening meditation or listening sometime throughout the day, which is what I was doing in this moment. While driving, I was playing just a random, and I stress random, talk. And on this random talk, the words "allow your love to flow" came through. And "allow your love to flow," the speaker was talking about, manifestation educator was talking about how when we get into a state of love, and it being one of the highest vibrations that we can be in, along with appreciation, gratitude, that when we really truly let our love flow without resistance, without a desire to control it or to manipulate it or to gain anything from it, that is one of the ways that we open up our receiving to the universe, from the universe, and to really can call in the things that we want. And it was very interesting, because as I was completely on board with this, I'm like, okay, definitely the message of the day, because I woke up feeling this way. I mean, I woke up in just this beautiful, loving energy, even more so than normal. Like, it was just, like I said, there was zero to no resistance in it. And then to get these messages consistently throughout. And I was just like, this is definitely the message that I need to share with my tribe about things, because as I was feeling that, I found myself wanting to listen to upbeat music, and I was just glowy and happy, even with somebody that I can be extremely on edge with and hold some bitterness with, over our relationship ending, and different choices that have been made over the course of time, that I even found myself today just not giving a fuck. Like, I just did not care. I was just whatever. It's all good. And I legitimately meant it. I was not hoping or trying to do much of anything with anything. I was just enjoying the moment. And that, moving forward with just that enjoying of the moment really made what could have been a moment of edgy or awkward or frustration or a holding, you could say, in energy, moved so much easier with my ex and my boys. They were so ecstatic, and just these little balls of energy and joy and happiness, and because they had mom and dad together, and everything was getting along great, and so they were just happy and giddy and laughing and connective with both, not feeling like they needed to retreat from one to the other or pick sides, which I see them do, and that just, like, it causes my heart pain when I see my 4-year-old, especially when he'll look at dad and he'll look at mom, and it's like, oh, I have to choose who I'm going to hold onto their hand, or who I'm going to sit on their lap, or something like that. And so he will kind of just act shameful almost in his attention. When he is giving one attention, you will definitely feel shame coming from him sometimes, and I don't want that to be there by any means. And it's just, that nastiness of divorce, of separation in the land of children, where today he was just, hey, and just grabbed hands and was loving towards both, and there was zero shame coming from his little face or his energy. So that was just beautiful. And it was just a beautiful witnessing of that, when we really truly allow our love to flow in an unconditional sense, that is the impact, that is the ripple that it has to those around us, and the effect that we can make on another person's life, which I think that, as a parent, I definitely want to make a positive impact on my children, for sure, on my friends, to be a positive influence to the world, to let my light shine the best I possibly can, and to set that tone, to set that example out there, no matter who it is. So this was just one of those moments that I was present enough to witness the true beauty of unconditional love, and thought, I definitely have to share that. Like, I know that it may not be like this astronomical story, of some miracle happening, or something that was not even expected, or some humorous tale or deeply sultry tale or something like that. But it is these little moments in the witnessing of them that we move our lives, that we change our worlds, and that we impact. It is the witnessing and the presence of such moments, and that we can captivate a greater experience of this life and what it has to offer, and what we can gain from it and give to it. So I encourage you today, I encourage anybody who catches this live stream, number one, if you catch it on a replay, please put in the comment section, hey, replay on this. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings. If I've touched you, make sure that you hit the share button at all. If you're like, hey, yeah, I know somebody who needs to, like, be a little bit more of a witness to life, a witness to, the beauty that is in it, even in the very seemingly small little moments in time. But I do encourage you as an individual to slow down today, to slow down and to bring yourself into presence, and bring yourself into that space where you're more likely to be able to witness your own unconditional love moment, and to feel in your heart center, in your energy, some form of love or appreciation. I mean, if love is too big of a concept for you today, then try gratitude, try appreciation out, and just see if you can feel something like that. And notice that when you bring your attention to love, to appreciation and gratitude, what actually happens in your physical body, what happens in your mental state of being, in your emotional state of being, when you bring your attention there and focus it with a good amount of clarity, what happens in your mental, emotional, and physical bodies, because this is definitely that space that we tend to derail ourselves from, and we get caught up on the drama and the trauma of this world. I just found out, because I don't follow, anytime we watch the news, or for those who I don't tune into TV on a regular basis, I have some shows that I catch every now and then when I'm in that mood, that I'll go and I'll watch a show, but I stay the heck away from the news. I stay the heck away from all the drama and the trauma that's going on in the world, because I found that when I pay close attention to that stuff, I end up actually experiencing it more in my life. I experience that kind of stuff more in my life because I'm focused on it, because I'm caught up in it, because it brings worry and fear into my system, and then naturally I start attracting things to be worried about and fearful of, and all this stuff starts to happen. So I am one of the prescribers of not paying attention, not giving my energy to media and news and world politics and everything, because I also know that the important pieces will just naturally come to me, because we're not all going to stop watching media and paying attention to news, so it's going to trickle its way in, the pieces that really are pertinent in the world. So this morning I'm not listening to any news, but I come in, and my son, who's almost 20, he's big into news right now. Like, he is really following the politics of everything and world stuff that's going on, and I walked in and he says, "Hey Mom, have you heard what's going on in China and in India?" And I'm like, "No, you know me, honey, like, you know me, and I'm not paying attention." I mean, I have not been online yet. I don't aim to get online until later today, which is right now, my first online moment. And I was like, "No, I don't." And he's like, "Oh my gosh." And he starts telling me about everything that's going on, around with China, the upheaval and, the revolution stuff, I guess, that's going on over there. And then he's telling me about India getting shut down and all the phone lines and all that stuff. And just that little moment. So, like, here's my little tidbit of world news coming from my 20-year-old son, who has all the dings and alerts coming to his phone so that he can stay up on it and everything like that. And that's just where he's at. He's wanting to learn in that way, and I think that we all get caught in that. But I could instantly see his concern, his fascination, but also his concern around the world and around the topics. And here's what happened for me. Like, in that moment, what went on was, I went, okay, now I'm coming in from a total love and gratitude, this vastness of expansion, and an understanding that there is more than enough, with plenty left over for everybody who chooses to focus in and receive it. And he's sitting there going, like, "Oh my gosh, this is going on, and this is going on, and listen to this traumatic thing that's happening, and listen to the drama of this country, and listen to the drama that's going on in our government, and blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Yeah, did you know that they're warning people in Australia not to come to the United States because of all the mass shootings?" And then what happened? A couple days later, we had 3 mass shootings. I'm like, I've been saying that forever. I get told all the time, don't go to Mexico, don't go to Punta Cana, don't go to Belize, don't go to Europe, don't go to that little island, don't go there, don't go, don't. And like, the United States is this pristine land where there is no crime. Ha! Yeah. No. We have tons of crap happening here. Tons of crap. It's kind of a human thing, Where there are people, there will be drama and trauma and issues, an uproar, something going on, right? Because we're human. We just can't seem to get to that state of peace. It would be too peaceful if we did. We need the contrast. We need the contrast to be able to experience what we want. We need the contrast to be able to appreciate and see the things that we want with great clarity, so that we can focus in on the things that we truly want to manifest into our life. So much like that, here I am in this state of love, in this state of appreciation. I walk in the door, my son presents me with contrast. He presents me with the contrast of worry, of fear, of drama that is going on, of the how can you not know this, mother? You should be following this. This is a great concern in the world. This is this blah 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 blah. And my response is, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for giving me that little tidbit. I'm going to go be appreciative of the life that I have, because I know that I have a fucking amazing life. I know that I have a fucking amazing opportunity, that I have all this stuff accessible to me. I have my mind working, my heart working, my blood is streaming through my body. It's a beautiful day. I have so much blessing opportunity in my life. And that's what I'm going to choose to focus in on. I'm going to choose to focus in on that so that I can go out there and I can touch more people and get them focusing in on that as well, bringing their attention to their beauty, to their joy, to their abundance, so that this stuff, these mass shootings, this mass drama and trauma, these shutdowns, these political battles, these worries and concerns, they're not going to ever go away. They have been here with us human beings since mankind came into existence, and they're never, ever, ever going to go away. Nor can me or you really, truly change fully any of that. The mass consciousness, though, can influence it. And as individuals, we can influence the mass consciousness because we're part of the masses. We are one piece of the masses, and our consciousness can impact, can ripple out to others. And as we grow that consciousness, as we grow that experience of gratitude, of unconditional love, of letting our love flow without restraint, without a need to control it or a need to gain from it, we make a positive impact in the world, and we change the dynamics of the mass consciousness one little ripple at a time. So there you have it. Let your love flow. Let your love flow. Now, my little story, bringing my ex coffee this morning, and of walking and talking and sharing with him, and to see his true appreciation this morning on his face felt good. Did my ego love it? Yeah, this is where I give my ego some breadcrumbs, as I like to call it. I'm like, yeah, there you go. Here's some breadcrumbs for you. But the lesson is there. I did not do it for his appreciation. I did it this morning. Now, yesterday might have been a different story. Today, though, I was in this beautiful space. I did it just because it just felt good to do it. There was no other reason in the doing except the feel good, except for the feel good. And if you really think about it, when we act from that place, this just legitimately feels good, feels right, feels like this is yes. Like this is a yes. When we act from that place, that's where that ripple keeps coming in. That's where that impact comes in. Because who knows what his morning was going like? Who knows what his day is going to go like? But I would like to think that when we have just the smallest of impact and we present something from this space of unconditional, of just letting our love flow, that we do touch others and we change, we influence, we don't change, we influence them to have a better day, to bring about, we influence their divine inner light and love to actually be revealed, and we touch them in that fashion. So I encourage you to just kind of look at those things today, kind of feel into those moments, be a witness to where your emotions really are focused, to where your thoughts are focused. Because if you don't know where they're focused, just notice how you're feeling. Your physical body, your emotional state of being is going to tell you what you're thinking about. It's going to let you know where your attention is being held. Because if you're caught up in depression or anger or bitterness, frustration, worry, concern, fear, ego, revenge, jealousy, if you're caught in those things, no matter the subject area of your life, if you're caught in those things, then you are being held in the thinking about those things. You are being held in that low vibration, and that is going to keep you snowballing in this low vibration and bringing more of that in, versus if you're starting to feel a little bit better and you feel that release there, then what's going to end up happening is that you're actually, if you don't know what you're thinking, well, I can tell you exactly what all my thoughts were this morning, but they must have been some pretty good thoughts. I know that I was doing some fantasy work around some goals that I want to manifest. I know that I was daydreaming, that I was visualizing, that I was feeding my heart and my soul and my mind positive, words from a positive influencer. I know that, like all of this good stuff, I was putting good food in. So the natural effect was that my body was feeling better. My emotions were feeling better. So pay attention to what you're putting in, and know that if you don't know what's going on in here, or necessarily why you're feeling the way you're feeling, just know that if it's positive, I just did that thing again. There we go. If it's positive, then you're going to feel it being positive. If it's negative, then you're going to feel it being negative in your body. If you're feeling constrained, constricted, if you feel like you're shutting down, that you feel, just tightness, then that's negativity. Even the subtle underlying tone of negativity can hold you back. Where on the other side, you can experience beautiful bliss and positiveness. On that note, I had an appointment with a beautiful friend of mine yesterday, and he was just sharing with me, he's going through some really, really tough challenges in his life and in his business, and sharing with me, but he was just this glowy, beautiful soul yesterday. And I told another friend, I was like, it was just such a blessing to see him and to feel his energy. It's just so beautiful to witness somebody who gets it, who understands that even in the midst of turmoil, the power, the impact that we can have on how something comes out, how it really ends by what we're thinking, what we're feeling, and how we're moving through it. So I can tell you that no matter how rocky your road might be, you can definitely impact by the thoughts that you choose to think, by the feelings that you choose to have, and that really does come from the food that you are feeding yourself. And yes, the actual food plays a role too, but I'm talking about the mental, emotional food, okay, and spiritual food. And you could just sum that all up too. So there you have it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just not anything like big, massive, sexy thing here or anything. It's not happening. Just let your love flow. Let your love flow. Be connected. Witness your presence. Witness your love. Notice if you're being conditional or unconditional with it. Notice where your attention is going. If you are looking for the evidence of it not to happen or the evidence of it to happen, are you looking for the positive or the negative? Because wherever you are applying your focus, that's exactly what's going to start manifesting into your life. And you're going to notice it first in your physical body. Okay, so as always, stop existing, start living, and you can follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. I am going to go have an amazing day. All right, all the ladies out there, you'll appreciate this. Oh my God! So I was surfing through online sales things. Danger, 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 danger. It was like should be red flag for every single woman, right? I was surfing through some online sales things. And I was, so all of a sudden, I had thought to myself, oh, I should get some like really pretty new jewelry and stuff like that. And I was like, I should do this. And I was like, no, maybe I shouldn't. And then I didn't even look until this morning, but all of a sudden, this little thing pops up and it shows the 2019 Chanel anniversary earrings. And I was like, ooh. Yeah, danger, danger, danger. Oh well, they'll be here in a few days, so you're probably going to see these amazing earrings. At least I think they're amazing. I don't know where I'm going to wear them to. I'll probably just wear them with like yoga pants and a t-shirt because I'm not really the dress up person in my life right now, but I just had to share that with all the ladies because us ladies, we're all about like our jewelry and our hair and our nails and our shoes. I did go kind of fantasy shoe shopping as well. That was dangerous. I did not buy any shoes though today. I didn't buy shoes. I did just buy one pair of earrings, just one pair. But yeah, so you're gonna see some really pretty earrings coming off. So I was excited about that. That was my birthday present to myself. So yeah, So, like I said, stop existing, start living. Look for where your dreams are forming, and that is exactly what you should be focusing on. Your dreams, your power, the things that turn you on, the things that you're passionate about, the things that you are in love with, and hopefully you're in love with your life. So, I love you guys. I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. Bye, everybody.